Hi, it's Brainmuffin back with another beer review. I was going to do something clever like I'm turning Japanese, but that was a horrible song back in the 80s and I don't want to bring it up. So on today's docket is Red Rice Ale by Hitachino. Hitachino. This is a beer I've had for a little while. I've been trying to get some of my international badges on Untapped, and the Japanese beers are one of the ones that have eluded me. I don't know if I have Mexican either. So I've been trying to buy some of their stuff from time to time when I'm over at Jungle Gyms or somewhere like that. They have a stout that's pretty good too. So this is a red rice ale. So much of what's on here, it says brewed with special red rice. Oh, okay. It's been cultured in ancient times in Japan. Please enjoy. Complex and natural color. Beautiful color. So, okay. So it's being made, so it's technically a cereal grain. Now somebody might say, well, wait a minute, sake, that's rice wine. Well, technically wine's made from grapes, actually fruit. So technically this is actually, sake is a beer, but don't tell anybody. That is a very interesting aroma. Very interesting. I'm not even sure if I can describe that. It has a bouquet that feels delicate, but not floral. Wow, it's a good combination of things. And Toby now has the ball underneath the table, so who knows how long we're going to be able to record. Oh my goodness, that is spectacular. Wow. As Toby takes a drink of water. It is 7%, but there is some warmth there from the alcohol, which tells me they probably fermented very rapidly. I don't know if they meant to do that, but that's usually where that comes from, is fermentation that's too fast. But yeah, it has a very similar flavor to the way it smells. It's very aromatic, but yeah, I want to say bouquet, but I don't mean by flowers. I mean like lots of different aromas in there at once. And I don't have no idea beyond that what the hops are like. This is not a bottle I'm going to reuse, so I'm not really worried about it, but special red rice. It does have a feeling of natural carbonation. I don't see any yeast in the bottom. But yeah, it's cloudy, kind of a reddish color. Almost like a deep red apple. It has a fruitiness to it. But it's not like I'm saying, oh, I'm getting apricot or I'm getting this or getting that. But yeah. So, red rice ale, if you find this, I mean, I'm giving it a 5. That's how much I like it. This is really, really good. This is really intriguing. I'm going to have to find out more about this beer because, like I said, I think they had a stout, they had some other stuff that's just kind of your standard styles. But this being made from rice, ale brewed with red rice. I mean, that's all it says. It doesn't say anything about, red rice and other flavors, or, they threw hibiscus in it. I mean, I've seen ales like that where they literally thrown flowers in the secondary and things like that. But that is spectacular. That is really good. It has a very clean mouth feel. It's very, it's kind of like a delight as it goes by, and there's not a whole lot of residual anything. There's a little bit of the foaminess that's still there, and there's a hint of the flavor, but there's no bitterness. There's no horrible aftertaste, and it's still fairly cold. It's not as warm as an ale should be. So I can't imagine. This thing's probably just going to open up more and more and more. I don't know a whole lot about Japanese cuisine other than sushi, which I don't know. But I could definitely see some of their what's that hot Japanese stuff. It's escaping me at the moment, but wow, that is It is really good. I'm very blown away, very surprised, and like I said, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. I've already got it checked into Untappd. So tell me what you think. If you've had the red rice ale, you've had any other, the Hitachino or however you pronounce that. Correct my pronunciation if it's incorrect. That's fine. I like to learn, but I definitely. I mean, most of my food pairings are going to be Western, and I think it gives it a disservice. I think some of their the spicier foods it'll probably go with. I don't know the Japanese, like I said, I don't know the Japanese cuisine as well as I should to try and do a food pairing that's relevant to the beer itself. Wow, I could see this going with fairly light but spicy, flavorful. I won't necessarily mean hot, but I mean flavorful dishes. You could probably have this even within some Indian foods that were lighter. And the reason why I say that is there's so much flavor in this, plus it being 7% alcohol. I'm not going to have a side of, a steak and a side of potatoes with this thing. I think it's just too much. It's not, I shouldn't say a heavy ale like like some of the porters and stouts feel. It's just so flavorful. There's so much going on. You don't want to just mask it with whatever you're eating. If you're eating something that's got incredible amount of spices, or Turkish dish, especially made from goat or something, it might be too much. So I'm thinking, a few good spices together, fish, maybe a clean pasta, no white sauce, anything coating your tongue. Because here it's kind of the opposite. It's supposed to having the beer cleanse your tongue. This is one where you want the food to cleanse your tongue. So probably some good mild cheeses, maybe some baked fish, your tilapia, your kind of your not so fishy fish as it were, trout perhaps, rainbow trout. Maybe a little bit of light, cornmeal type breading on it, not real thick, but just kind of real thin, and fried up in coconut oil or something, in good olive oil, and so it's not really present there. And I'd have with that definitely some good fluffy rice, that type of stuff. So anyway, like I said, let me know if you've tried this beer, if you've tried any of their other stuff. Is there any other beers you'd like to see me review on this channel? Please let me know that. I've had a couple requests. We've gotten to some of them. We're getting to some other ones. Just send me a message and we'll get it done. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like. And as always, thanks for subscribing. See ya. Let's just double check that I haven't moved it too far. Oh, that hurt. Red Rover, Red Rover. Not bang into the furniture this time. Go!